May I have an extension, Srila?
He agreed to that. It was absolutely perfect.
You just admitted the Ritvik system.
Okay, go ahead.
Let him finish, and then I'll let you.
No, he appointed Ritvik with the understanding, but there's no indicate that they would become regular gurus if they were qualified. And that was his warning. You have to be qualified. And obviously, some of them weren't qualified. That's obvious from our history, that some of them weren't qualified. And Prabhupada knew it, and he didn't want to associate with, there's no ringing endorsement that these 11 are my chosen, heirs or disciples. These are the people I have complete confidence in. Prabhupada didn't do that. So that's what I believe that happened when Prabhupada appointed these 11 Ritviks. He did, in a way, give a nod, an indication, these are my best people. And what happened afterwards is not just a reflection on these nasty people or how fallen they were. It's a reflection on the state of the collective spiritual advancement of the Krishna consciousness movement at the time of Srila Prabhupada's departure. That's what we're suffering from. And I think from a lot of this suffering, people have made more advancement. That is, because that's how you make advancement, apparently, is by suffering like hell. And a lot of people have suffered. And some people, at any rate, have made more advancement. But that's the reason what's happened. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
I'll just say one thing. You issued a ringing challenge. When did you become fit to initiate? I'm unfit to initiate, but I disagree with your system anyway.
What was the last part? Could you repeat that?
I'm unfit to initiate, but I disagree with the posthumous Ritvik system anyway.
Okay, go ahead with
I just want to make a quick comment about the question. Prabhupada accepted everyone that the temple president wrote to him and advised. He accepted that. And he said at the discretion of the Ritvik, he would accept them. And by following Prabhupada's orders, as he told Tamal Krishna in a letter, then the initiator is with him. And so that's how Prabhupada would accept them, if they follow his instructions in his books. Mm-hmm. And that's all I wanted to say. It's clear and simple.
Okay.
To Rupa Vilas, you state that a devotee becomes a bona fide spiritual master when he gets a direct order from Krishna in a dream or some revelation. When did Srila Prabhupada indicate that this was the way he wanted his disciplic succession to continue? It seems that this type of revelation or dream order is not practical. Why do you propose this as Prabhupada's system? So, of course, the basis of this is, on my order, you become guru. So, if it's not by, how are you suggesting that this should be, how does a devotee know when he's received the order? I think this is from Vedic Village Review, isn't it? There's something in there about this?
Well, we did quote something. Actually, in 1976 in New York, there was a conversation with Srila Prabhupada about this very topic. And he explained that the bona fide spiritual master, this Krishna, speaks to him directly. He told the reporter that whatever he wanted to know, that Krishna would tell him. So Rameshwar Swami tried to explain that no, actually, Yesham, what is that? Dadami Buddha Yogam Tam, that Krishna supplied intelligence, and in this way he was directly interacting with the devotee. And Prabhupada said, no, not like that. He said, I don't remember the exact words, but something like directly. And then recently in the 7th canto I read another description where Prabhupada talks there about how a devotee is always being dictated to from within the heart by Krishna what he is to do. So when one comes to this stage where Krishna begins to direct him personally, then we say at that point he becomes qualified. And in that state, many metaphysical things that are presently perhaps beyond our ken may and do take place. For instance, we know that in the history of our predecessor acharyas, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the entire disciplic succession, the Pancha Tattva, all appeared to him. and directed him in his preaching activities. That Srila Prabhupada was repeatedly, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur did repeatedly appear to him in dreams, that Krishna personally appeared to him on the Jaladuta to give him encouragement. There are many such, Ramanujacharya, in the histories of the lives of the various acharyas, there are many, many, many such examples, and this is documented in the books of Srila Prabhupada also. Now where is that particular? For instance, in a letter that Srila Prabhupada wrote to Janardhan, which is often quoted, there is also this very interesting statement about Ban Maharaj. He says, "So that is a great history. It is not possible to say everything in this letter. But for the present be satisfied with these words, and later we shall talk more and more. On the whole, you may know that he is not a liberated person, and therefore he cannot initiate any person to Krishna consciousness. It requires special spiritual benediction from higher authorities." So that is another confirming statement.
So far, the only one of Srila Prabhupada's prominent disciples that is testified to having received dictation from Srila Prabhupada in a dream is Kirtanananda Swami. My question is, how the rest of us are going to know, how we're going to validate the dream of the next Acharya.